Hi, I'm Michael Frolick with the Alley Group. I was chatting with a couple just the other day, and they've been renting for years right here in the West End, watching prices and wondering if now might be the right time to buy their first home. Well, when we actually ran the numbers, it turned out that they could. And so discovering that moment when it finally feels possible is what I love the most about what I do. According to a recent CBC report, Canada's housing market has seen the biggest drop in more than a decade. Prices have softened, interest rates are easing, and for the first time in years, buyers are finally getting some breathing room. Here in Metro Vancouver, prices have come down from their 2022 peaks. The benchmark home price sits around $1.7 million. For apartments, it's roughly $748,000, and for townhomes, just over $1 million. Well, let's talk about detached homes just for a moment. The average detached house across Greater Vancouver is hovering near $2 million. In Vancouver East, you might see that number closer to $1.8 million, and in some of the outer suburbs like Burnaby, New Westminster, Coquitlam, it's possible to find detached homes in the low $1.5 million range. Now, let's be honest, if you're thinking about getting a house in Kitsilano or West Vancouver for $1 million and change, I'll smile and politely show you a lovely condo instead. Those areas are in a league of their own. About $2.5 million is a realistic starting point. But hey, if you do happen to have that extra few million lying around, I'll even play my saxophone at your housewarming or swim in your new pool. Interest rates have come down slightly since mid-2024. And that's made home ownership a little more achievable for some buyers. It's also changed how sellers behave. You see, we're seeing longer days on the market, fewer bidding wars, and a lot more opportunity to negotiate. And that's the big difference right now, the pace. Properties are sitting, sometimes 45 days or more, which means you can take a breath and make smart, informed decisions. And if you're a first-time home buyer, here's something that surprises a lot of people that I talk to. My services are completely free. The seller pays the commission, not you. If you're a first-time home buyer looking around the $700,000, that gets you into a solid condo or entry-level townhome in the city. If you head out to Port Moody or New West or North Burnaby, you can often find even better space and value. To buy at that level, you'll need at least 5% down payment, so that's about $35,000, and you'll still have to qualify for the mortgage stress test. But don't worry. I work with a great network of professionals, including an experienced mortgage broker who can walk you through your options and make sure you're set up for success. Then there are your closing costs. Let's see. You're going to need legal fees, inspection, property transfer tax. Oh, and don't forget the ongoing costs like strata fees and property tax. Owning isn't automatically cheaper than renting, but in a market like Vancouver's, when you buy right, it builds stability and long-term wealth. You'll start paying yourself instead of someone else, and over time, that's how people here build real security, one home at a time. Across Canada, it's a mixed picture. Markets like Manitoba and Saskatchewan, my home province, are holding steady, while Quebec and parts of Atlantic Canada are still seeing price growth, and that's because of limited supply. But in expensive urban markets like Vancouver, we're seeing a genuine window of opportunity. Inventory is up, demand is cautious, and buyers finally have a little bit of leverage. Well, I live right here in the West End, and between band rehearsals and walking through Nelson Park right here to go to the gym in the morning, I hear the same thing from neighbors again and again. People want to buy, but they're not sure when to jump in. And honestly, that's the right mindset. You want to ask questions, you want to look closely, and don't assume that home ownership is out of reach. Right now you can. Make conditional offers again. Negotiate closing dates. Ask for repairs or price adjustments. You're not competing against 20 offers anymore, and that's a refreshing change. So let's talk about timing, because everybody wants to wait for the bottom. Well, here's the truth. You never know where the bottom is unless the prices start rising again. So if you wait too long and those other buyers who are sitting on the sidelines suddenly jump back in, well then demand spikes, obviously, right? Prices climb, and you missed the opportunity that you were waiting for. So my advice, marry the house, date the rate. And so find a house that fits your lifestyle, your finances, and your future. Lock in the best rate that you can today. And if the rate drops later, well, fantastic, you can refinance. If they don't, you're still living in a home that you love and investing in your future instead of paying somebody else's mortgage. And as someone who's been through plenty of markets, you know, the ups, the dips, and the drama, well, honestly, since I became a realtor, it's been more like one long dip. But that actually brings us to where we are now, because I can tell you that the people who do the best are the ones who buy when others hesitate. So if you're wondering whether it's your time to make a move, let's talk. Let's sit down, we'll run the numbers, and we'll see what makes sense for you. There's no pressure, there's no sales pitch. I just want to have a friendly chat about what's possible, because honestly, that's what Frolick in Real Estate is really all about. I want to make this as human and as fun and as real as we possibly can. I'm Michael Frolick with the Alley Group, and when you're ready, let's frolic in real estate. See you soon.